Welcome to Highly Quarantined. I'm Dan LeBatard. That's Mina Kimes. That's Pablo Torre. She's super strange. Let's get started.
Pro Football Talk is reporting that Brian Flores is a quote-unquote big draw for free agents. Does that prove that the Dolphins were right not to tank?
Okay, so the New England Patriots are the dynasty you see before you today, and the reason is not Tom Brady, and the reason is not Bill Belichick, and the reason is not anything other than that AFC East, what it's been for the last 20 years that allows the Patriots to always have a first-round bye because it is such dreck in that division. And so now the Dolphins are sitting here with a lot of money, and Brian Flores is bringing in some former Patriots. And yet still, as the Patriots don't even have a quarterback whose name most of us know, they're still the betting favorite with Caesars because so few people believe in anything the Dolphins, Bills, or Jets ever do. Hell, there's no good reason, given everything the Bills just did, noticing the scent in the water, that we shouldn't be saying the Bills are the favorite in that division, and yet the Bills GM is telling you still, nope, it still goes through New England. So I guess if you get the guy closest to New England that isn't Charlie Weiss and isn't Bill O'Brien and isn't some of those other Belichick failures, this guy will do as the latest we think can do something in Miami with some Patriots players.
So I love Brian Flores. I think he's tremendous. But the part of the story that I find hilarious is that the reason they've attracted double-digit free agents this offseason is because of the culture that he's put in. And look, I understand that the guy defied a construction around him that was designed to lose. I understand that. But the whole notion of Miami always somehow being sports' main vendor of culture just makes me laugh. Like, how is it that the Miami Heat, experts in culture, and now the Miami Dolphins, experts in culture? What would happen to this culture if you took away the beaches and you dropped the temperature 40 degrees and you gave everybody income tax? How about that? What would Minnesota look like with these same exact coaches and players? What would that culture be?
You make a great point. Byron Jones, cornerback, said he was excited to play for Brian Flores, which is what this is all based on. I also think he was excited to get $57 million in guaranteed money, and that might have been a little bit more of a factor in bringing him to Miami. I think we're framing the question wrong, though, when we ask whether they were right not to tank. It's not about that. It's whether they were right to miss out on the opportunity to get Joe Burrow in order to promote a culture of competence. And the reality is we won't know the answer to that question for at least a year, because I'll tell you this, if Joe Burrow shreds, Dolphins fans aren't going to be too happy with their culture of competence.
Mina, what do you do with the Armando Salguero Miami Herald report, though, that the Dolphins are actually trying to trade up for Burrow, that part of everything they're doing around this, the reason they're going after big guys, the reason they're spending money is because they plan on getting up there to get Burrow?
I mean, you can't culture your way into tricking the Bengals to trade down. I don't understand why Cincinnati, in what universe they would trade out of that position that Miami gave up. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to get a quarterback who put in one of the best college football seasons in the history of the sport. It makes no sense from their perspective.
Also, Mina said that Joe Burrow might shred next year. Is shred a verb we're now using for quarterbacks being good? That makes me think of an air guitar. I don't grind tape. I'm not a tape grinder like Mina Kimes.
Says the man who is currently wearing his baby on his chest a prop. Are we going to acknowledge that?
Wow. It is a bit of a prop. It is a bit look at me. You are really going look at me through the baby. It's the only reason that you had all that sensuality working about 11 months ago.